Okay, welcome everybody to another SALT Project Community Open Hour. I'm your host, Janae Andrus. Actually, I'm Janae Andrus Cox now because I got married over the summer. So, and today is August 19th, so that's exciting. We're well into August, and as always, this open hour is the community's time to connect with the core team and to hear what's going on in the community. And if you want to reach us to request a specific topic for us to cover in open hour, or we can absolutely do a demo of whatever, reach out to us at saltproject@vmware.com. And of course, your ultimate source of truth for all things SALT Project is saltproject.io, which actually went through a few changes this week. So if you haven't been by in a while, feel free to check out saltproject.io. It's in the midst of a few changes, so there's still a couple underway, but there's a new nav, there's a new sliding header on the top. So check it out. There's lots of good things and even more coming. So, all right. So we will dive right in. First, though, I'm going to remind you, of course, that SALT Project is everywhere. So we are on YouTube. We are, of course, have our repo on GitHub. We have our Slack channel, well, our Slack workspace with all kinds of channels you can join. We stream on Twitch regularly throughout the week. We have a subreddit, and we are on social. So LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. We also have an Instagram. So if you want to find us, we are findable. So come check us out and see what we're doing on all these different channels. We're actually going to start with SALTconf this week, and then we'll get into some general updates, SEPs, and release updates. And we'll then, of course, have plenty of time for Q&A and to hear from y'all. So, okay, we're starting with SALTconf. Of course, SALTconf 21 is our 8th annual user conference. It is all virtual, November 3rd and 4th. Our theme is bigger, better, faster, stronger. So we're excited to talk about how SALT can make your environment bigger, better, faster, or stronger. Our call for speakers is actually still open. We can take a few more. So if you've been on the fence and you're not sure and you have something, we do have a couple more spots. So we're taking just a few more this week and next week. So now's the time. We're out of time. The runway is ending. So get over to saltconf.com and send us what you have, and we'd be happy to review it. It does not have to be a perfect abstract. We can develop the abstract as we go. Just give us a sense of what you want to talk about. Okay, and I actually have some cool SALTconf updates for you. So about a half hour ago, the SALTconf stuff arrived. So I'm really excited to be able to share it with you. So first of all, we have our t-shirt. There's the new t-shirt. You saw it here first. What do you guys think? You like it? It's pretty fun. We've got, of course, SALT Project logo on the back. I'm wearing one. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Looks awesome. Looks great.
Super excited. And we have a few more things. So we have, we'll of course have a SALTconf sticker. We will have a SALTconf tumbler, but actually I think this is, yes, it is the next slide. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna dive right into this. Store.saltstack.com. I've been telling you for months, last chance for SaltStack swag. This is the last week that I will say that for multiple reasons, but one being that it really is the last chance. It's all out. We have SALT Project swag now, and it's going in the store over this next week. Super exciting. So let me grab it for you. So we have, you guys ready for this? I just feel like we need a drum roll or something. I'm super excited. Okay, we have these little notebooks for SALT Project notebook. I absolutely have a favorite item, by the way, and I'm going to show it to you last because it is my favorite. I was just thinking about it all night. Okay, SALT Project notebook. Cute little fun notebook with recyclable materials because we're all about sustainability. And we have SALT Project pens. It's the Bowie pen. It's quite similar to the other ones we did because they were such high quality. We wanted to keep that the same. So we've got the SALT Project pens. We also have, we have these great blue light glasses. There's SALT Project on the side there. And we have more things coming, messenger bags, socks, and that sort of thing, but they're not in yet. But lastly, I want to show you my very favorite thing. We have custom stress relievers in our S. That's pretty sweet. So that's pretty fun. It's got our little logo on it. So those will all be in the store shortly. And people coming to SaltConf will find themselves with all kinds of free Salt Project stuff. So we're really excited about that. We have a lot of promotions around that. So that's kind of our big reveal today, big news. So hope you guys liked that. Jump off mute and tell me what your favorite thing was. We have the notebooks, the blue light glasses, the pens, and the stress reliever. What did you guys like?
I'm the biggest fan, I think, of the thing that I fought you on and said this is dumb. I said stress relievers, stress balls are the pajama jeans of free crap. And
you gave me so much crap.
We don't want to do stress. That basically tells everyone we just give up. But you did a great job with those, and I actually think the stress reliever in the S is very cool, and I love it.
Great fun.
So that I have a question about that. Does that mean
doesn't
we're getting
stand up on the desk?
No.
Sorry, that was your question.
No. My question was whether we're getting Salt Project branded pajama jeans.
I think we should. They're so comfy. You can sit in them all day.
I mean, I have some pretty sweet VMware sweats. We should totally get Salt Project sweats.
Yeah.
That's
by the way,
funny.
the recyclable notebook, I've used these in a couple of different businesses in my past, and the pen that comes with that recyclable notebook is absolute crap. So just take the good pen that we give you, replace the crappy pen, and you're good to go.
Yep. Right. I haven't used it yet, so I can't report. I guess I could have an ability to just use it right now.
And I think the shirts are rad. I love the shirts. I think they're fantastic. I think Emma
Pen's
hit it
not
out
bad.
of the park with those. Well, just give it a day.
Put it in your car or something for your emergency pen. Ow.
That's right.
Okay. I can handle life. All right. Awesome. So those are I just wanted to kick it off with our super fun initial updates with SaltConf and the store and all of these fun new things that we have going on. So, which leads me into, we have a community manager update. So the other reason why that's the last time I'll tell you that it is the last chance for Salt Stack swag is this is my last week doing open hour. I absolutely loved being part of Salt Project, but I was approached by a company a little while ago, and long story short, ended up accepting another position. Very, very, very hard to make the decision because I absolutely loved this team and this position and working with Salt Project. You'll still see me floating around the Salt community, but I'll be moving on to another company, enterprise technology. It's called ETR. Anyway, we'll be doing, I'll be in the data management industry, but I'll still be growing communities just for another company. So anyway, I'm sad to leave the Salt Project family, but stay connected. I'm on LinkedIn. But more importantly, do not worry about the community or SaltConf or anything because it's in fabulous hands. I want to introduce, for anyone who hasn't already been blessed to know, Chunga. He's going to be our interim community manager while we fill that rec. And also he is the new head of SaltConf. So all SaltConf questions can go right to Chunga. So Chunga, you're the guy. If you want to say hi to the community briefly.
Hey, everybody. I think I've had the pleasure of meeting pretty much all of you. If I haven't, yeah, I apologize. Reach out anytime for any questions you may have. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And yeah, let's go. Let's boogie. I'm excited to be doing this. I'm excited to be in charge of SaltConf, and I'm also very, very excited to be the acting Salt community manager as well.
Yeah, and for the next few weeks, at least into the future, I'm going to be running open hour. And so I'm going to be showing up a lot more in more and more of these sorts of meetings, and excited to be able to get back and focus a little bit more on Salt after having to, to manage a lot of new product and manage a lot when it comes to the VMware integration. So I'm excited to see you guys more as well.
Yes. Yeah. So Tom Hatch himself will be the open hour host for the coming weeks. So really excited about that. You guys are in fabulous hands. And I'm excited for the future of Salt Project for sure. Let's dive into the rest of the announcements. So last night we had several virtual meetups. We had two. So we had two for August. Thank you to those who were at our meetup. Gary is our rock star. He was at both of them. Thank you, Gary. And several of you were at our virtual meetup. Both of them were Tom speaking. So we had Tom speaking on POP, and it was a really fantastic presentation. I haven't seen that one in a while, and it's been a while since we took that angle, I think, on POP, and it was really great. So that is already up on YouTube, so you can check it out. It is there, it is live. The other one, we catered to the Asia Pacific Japan time zone, so it was at 9 p.m. Mountain time, which was 11 a.m. Singapore time. We got to talk to a lot of people in Singapore and Sydney. It was really fun, lots of different people across the world. And it was a really great talk on remote execution. I really enjoyed it. It is uploading right now, so within the hour, it'll be live on YouTube as well. So you can check that out under the virtual meetups playlist. And we have some fun ones coming up for September. So stay tuned for that. Okay, and then of course our SALT project blog. We're still getting this into regular cadence. It's launched, it's out, we post things, but as far as regularity, we're still getting there. We would love to highlight members of our community, not just our internal core team, which is our favorite to highlight, of course, but we definitely want to highlight members of the community. And so don't be intimidated. It's just, less than 1,000 words. Just shoot something over on a topic, a use case of how SALT has affected or improved something for you. We'd love to hear about it, or anything relevant. Be a thought leader in the industry. We would love to help you do that. Just shoot over your content in a doc file with your bio and headshot to saltproject@vmware.com, and we will make the magic happen. Okay, and then we have our SEPs, and this may or may not be current with the status, but does anyone have specific questions on any open SEPs right now? Okay, beautiful. Okay, release updates. David, do you want to make this announcement?
Sure. We released on Tuesday afternoon, Mountain Time, support for Solaris with Python 3. It's 3003.1. I know 3003.2 just went out last week, but it took a while to get this working. Getting Python 3 onto Solaris 10, which is pretty long in the tooth at this point, was fun. And we have Intel and Spark versions for Solaris 10. On Solaris 11, we had to move up to Solaris 11.4 to get Python 3 support and go 64-bit. And we published the Intel support for it at the moment, because as we speak, I am still building the Spark support for it. We had to go out and get a new machine, access to Solaris 11.4 new machines, as the machines we previously used had been deprecated with 11.4. Oracle have deprecated Solaris 11.3, end-of-lifed it basically, and are pushing everybody to move to 11.4. That was part of the reason of going to 11.4. Also, I tried getting Python 3 up on 11.3 and was unsuccessful, hence the move to 11.4. Hopefully, we'll have 11.4 for Spark out by the end of the month or next month. I'm actively building it as we speak, so there's still unit testing, QA to get through, etc. And whatever spanners get thrown in the works, shown up by unit tests, but it's in the works and should be in the near to immediate future. That's me.
Beautiful. Thank you, David. Okay, exciting stuff. And we can just open up for Q&A. It is your time. So if anyone has questions, thoughts, this is your time.
Well, I'll just add, as soon as I get the Spark on Solaris 11.4 taken care of, it'll be on to getting everything updated as well. So if people are wondering, hey, what about 3003.2? It's coming as soon as I get done with 3003.1.
And thank you to Derek for putting those links in the chat. for the latest downloads for Solaris. Be sure to put those links in the description on YouTube. So those will be there as well. Gary, what'd you think of the meetups yesterday?
I have a bit of a confession.
You were just on and you weren't listening.
No.
More
No.
important,
I
how's your daughter doing?
I was on for the pop meetup.
Okay.
I don't think I made it through slide 2 of the APJ execution meetup before I fell asleep because I was watching it in bed.
Well,
It
you
was
have a
11
solid excuse being up all night with a child with croup. How's your child doing?
She actually slept through the night last night, so that was good.
Yay for steroids. Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad that's doing
I was
good.
pretty tired, so.
Well,
yeah,
I
no,
can't blame you. The APJ presentation was very, hey, this is how to use, like salt start test dot ping. You didn't miss,
gotta start somewhere, man.
anything that you didn't already know.
Awesome.
I actually really enjoyed taking that angle for like newer users, and it was, yeah, I enjoyed it. But Gary, so what I'm hearing is Gary fell asleep to the sound of your voice, Tom.
I'll make sure to sound more angry next time. More engaged.
Yes, it was very soothing.
Right? We should put that in the store, a little machine where you push a button and just Tom talks about salt.
It's called the hacks.
That's right. Hacks was awesome. There's a really cool new episode of the Hacks, the 3 manager episode. Is that what it's called, Chunga? It's like super popular. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's one of our best performing episodes within the first few hours of launch that we've done. It rivals what is currently our best one, which was the banana problem. Tom talking about the banana problem. So this is Tom's 3 management styles. So with all of Tom's experience, life experience, both with being fired and with hiring people and firing people, so on and so forth, he's been able to break down all managers into 3 distinctive styles. So yeah, I'd encourage everyone to go check it out and see if you can figure out which management style you are. I'll give you a hint. 2 of them are really bad and one of them's really good. So it's a great episode. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, everybody should go check it out.
Chunga, did you say that I've been fired before? I've never been fired.
I thought you had been. I thought you got fired from that music company. You didn't get fired from the music company?
I've been laid off twice.
Oh, okay. All right. Been laid off twice.
The music company went belly up.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, full confession, I have been fired. I was fired from Mervyn's when I worked at Mervyn's while I was employee of the month for misuse of a mannequin. So I thought it was really fun that they were hauling me out of Mervyn's right past my employee of the month picture for misusing a mannequin.
Oh my
goodness. So I
goodness.
have been fired. Yeah, true story.
I used to work at Mervyn's.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That,
Me feel old, but yeah.
But I worked in the shoes and ladies unmentionables area.
Me too. That was my department.
It was the worst job I've ever had, ever.
If you want to know more about Chunga being forcibly removed from Mervyn's, you'll have to listen to the Hacks.
Mishandling a mannequin was or inappropriate use of a mannequin was what they put on my termination sheet.
Man, I mean, are you going to tell us what you did?
Well, it's not really appropriate, but we were preparing for Super Saturday, which is a big Mervyn's event. Many of you will recall it's a big kind of discount sidewalk sale kind of thing at Mervyn's, and it was late at night. Everybody was pretty punchy, and a couple of my mates were back in the stock room, and I took off a mannequin arm and stuck it in my fly and turned around to show them, only to see the general manager of the store with a mannequin arm hanging out of the fly of my pants.
Oh, dear.
And I was fired immediately while I was employee of the month.
And then you
Yeah.
immediately
And then I got hired at Salt Stack.
Youthful indiscretions.
Yeah,
Oh, my
exactly.
goodness. Well, I mean, Yeah, I took my
Yeah.
daughter back to school shopping at Target the other day, and there was this mannequin wearing the dress that I wanted to get for my daughter, and it was the very last one, and it was in her size, and I'm like, well, I want this, and so I'm like undressing the mannequin, and my daughter's like, Mom, you're so embarrassing, and she just went and like hid somewhere while I like undressed this mannequin, but I redressed her in something nearby. I didn't just leave her there. And anyway, I'm assigning gender to a mannequin. I don't know. She was I don't know. But like, yeah, so that's how I got that dress for my daughter, and she's mortified. It was amazing.
Well, I'll have you all know those mannequins are $12,000 a piece. And I'll thank you to not mishandle them anymore next time you go to a store. At least that's what they told me when they fired me, that it was a $12,000 mannequin
I left
that
my
I stuck
mannequin
in my
intact.
pants. Yeah.
I'm pleased
So
to
I
report
have-
that I've never done anything unsavory to a mannequin.
Chunga, we've been friends for so long, and I never knew that like we both worked in the shoes and intimate section at Mervin's. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I would have thought I would have been fired for giggling uncontrollably every time I had to take that laser scanner thing and hold some cute girl's bra while I was there at, you know, age 17 or 18 or however old I was. I think it was 16. But yeah. Never happened today. It would never happen today in today's world.
Okay, I enjoy our tangents. So, did you say the banana problem was the second most popular?
Currently,
Hacks?
the banana problem is the second most popular. In fact, I think the banana problem would be a great ebook, to be honest with you. I think that's something that Tom and I need to work on and flesh out, and amongst others. But yeah, I mean, the hacks is doing really, really well. And thanks to all of you guys. For those of you that take the time to check it out, you know, shout out to Gareth. I know he's always commenting and is always there and listening to the hacks. We're pretty proud of it. It's won some awards and it's doing pretty well. And you know, I think it's a pretty good brand podcast. I think we you know, we broke the mold as far as boring corporate podcasts go, and I think it's working. So pretty excited about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tom and I actually recorded a 3-part series on the banana problem for Salt Air. So that will be upcoming, and I think it's pretty great. So Tom really dives in.
Shane, you know, I have to interrupt Janae. Shane has just he's just posted a yoga mannequin that's only worth $300. So I was lied to in Mervin's. I was lied to.
I remember being told mannequins cost about that much when we were, because our store closed, and so they were doing liquidation sales, and they were telling us, like, we were seeing how much the mannequins were going for, and we were like, what? And they said, oh, that's hugely discounted. So maybe that's just a back in the day cost, and they've made cheaper mannequins.
So maybe that's why Mervin's closed, is they were spending way too much on the mannequins.
We solved the problem. They just needed a
right.
salt engineer to figure that out for them.
I still remember to this day what I was wearing. I was wearing a Mervin's shirt that was ill-fitting and way too thin, so you can see it was gray. And I had a skinny pink tie, and I had a mullet, and you could see my nipples through the gray shirt.
A lot of
but I
information.
just didn't care because well, it was just the 80s, man, and that's you know, that's how you did it back then. But Sonny Crockett would have been proud. And yeah, bad day and kind of awesome at the same time.
So I'm going to out a couple people here. One, it's Chunga's birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, Chunga.
Thank you.
And 2, we actually have our new Salt Project dev manager on the call. So Anil, if you want to say hello to everyone.
Hi everyone, this is Anil. This is just my 4th day with the team, but looking at the engagement, looks like it's my 4th week. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Anil. Totally put you on the spot, but I saw you on the call and was really excited and wanted people to see your face. Like I said, Anil's our new dev manager for the core team. We're really excited about him being part of Salt Project. So you may see him in and out of various meetups and open hours, and yeah, he's awesome. So
thank you.
Hi, Neil. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Chunga.
Okay, does anybody have anything pressing on their minds, salt related, for a minute? I want to make sure the floor is open to anyone who has a question.
So with your departure, what is to be the fate of Salt Air? Do you expect the new community manager to pick that up, or is that kind of dead now, or is
So
Tom
it's
gonna run it
absolutely
solo?
not dead. Thank you for asking that, Gary. Salt Air is very much still alive and well. You know, not that you all haven't already figured this out, but insider secret, they're not like live streamed or anything. So sometimes we'll record several at a time. Fun fact, we used to really try to make it look like they were recorded on a weekly basis separately. So we would like record an episode and then I'd run upstairs and change my shirt and come back down and be like, oh, it's a different day. Hello. You know, and so we did that several times. But yeah, we have several recordings still in the queue that will get posted as they go. And so for the next couple months, you will still see my face on Salt Air as if I'm here. But we also have several guest episodes lined up with different fantastic salt engineers that Tom's going to be talking about different topics with. So we have about 3 of those currently lined up. So we'll have those recorded to fill even more space. So there'll be there's a couple months already covered, and we anticipate that may become part of the new community manager's role, if that ends up being a fit. And if not, I'm sure Chunga and Tom are going to come up with something really great. So Salt Air is absolutely not dead. We're actually really excited about the direction that it's going.
Behind the scenes, Janae and Tom are the ones that filmed it, but I was am the one that puts it all together. I do all the production and do the direction and the production of it. So we're not going to skip a beat. It's going to continue, and then once we run out of Janae episodes, we're going to make Gareth do it. So
I was about to say I was going to throw Wayne under the bus.
We're going to make Wayne do it.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is the 4th time that I've started doing Salt Air, because and I'm not giving up this time. I will not be deterred.
When one of the, I think it was maybe one of the earlier things Tom said to me when I told him I was leaving, he was like, I'm not letting Salt Air die. So yeah, it's important.
Oh no, if push comes to shove, I'll just do it with Tom. And you know, we like to maybe have somebody different than me because of the hacks. We want a delineation between the hacks and Salt Air. But worst case scenario is we'll just, you know, I'll do the Salt Air with it.
I mean,
put it
Salt
together
Air
anyway.
is
So
fantastic, and I've loved doing it. But let's be honest, the beauty of Salt Air is Tom. So that's not going anywhere. So Salt Air is not going anywhere, and it's going to keep on being awesome. So it's going to be great.
And by the way, this is the most successful iteration of Salt Air that we've had. It's performing the best out of all 4 versions of Salt Air. But I would love to, if you guys are willing. Yeah, we've got a mountain of knowledge here in just in this call to do Salt Air. So we've got a deep bench, so to speak.
Yeah. So Chunga is the producer. So go ahead, Tom.
We definitely want to be able to bring in more guests onto Salt Air, and we are going to be spending more time reaching out to folks and saying, "Hey, Gary, when can you come onto Salt Air?" We may even make room for Shane.
Shane's like the OG of Salt Air, I feel like. But yeah, Chunga is the producer, and he's.
I'm probably the most
Shane,
awkward one on camera. It's just I feel so retarded.
We don't say that word.
Doofusy.
You gotta get
It
over
feels
it,
so doofusy.
Shane, you know what I remind myself every time I'm on camera?
So,
I'm not important enough to make a fool of myself. So just let it go.
There you go.
You're not Beyonce. Nobody knows you walking down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, what's gonna happen? What could go wrong?
Right. Be fine.
You'll be in some random Walmart and somebody will be like, wait a minute, aren't you that guy?
Oh, that happens.
You were on Salt Air. That happened in a Walmart to Tom.
Every now and then that happens. I was up in Park City on my honeymoon, actually, just a couple of months ago, and just walking through a hallway, and someone walks up to me out of nowhere and says, hey man, I know you. I know who you are. And he was like, you work at Salt Stack. Oh, I know who you are. And then they got all embarrassed and scared. And and I was like, dude, yeah, who are you? You know, we just strike up a conversation, right? But yeah, no, this happens. It used to happen more often. One time,
Was that person's name Mark Chen by any chance?
no,
I know you.
Okay, just just checking.
it was actually one of Shane's friends, and I can't remember his name now. But I'll tell you a story that was funny. I was in the San Francisco airport with a former employee years ago, and this guy used to play for the Bills. And and I'm walking next to him. We're just walking in an airport. And somebody starts walking up to us, and the guy next to me who played for the Bills, he starts puffing himself up, right? You know, he's ready. He recognizes, oh, a fan has recognized me. And this guy walks up and goes straight to me and says, are you Tom Hatch? And this guy just deflates, right? He just like,
Womp, womp.
you know, and I talked to the guy for a few minutes, and this old employee of mine who worked for the Bills looks at me and says, well, that's the first time in my life I've lost to a freaking nerd. And I look at him and smile and say, it won't be the last, Matt. It won't be the last.
That's funny. Yay for nerds.
All right, so if
Um,
you would like to be noticed in Park City or in an airport, we would love to have you on Saltaire.
Absolutely. Reach out to Chunga. He is the producer and he can set it up. So if you have a Saltaire topic, say, hey, we should talk about this. Me and Tom should chat about this on Saltaire. Chunga, set it up.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So,
Yeah,
and then
more
I'll
than
just
happy
like
to.
harass everyone in the comments of all the Saltaires that Gary guests on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Great question, Gary. Thank you for asking. Yeah. So Saltaire will be alive and well. Any other pressing questions or unpressing questions?
If
I'm
no
really
one's got
excited to get to
anything.
wings. Go ahead, Gary.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, if no one's got anything else, I just like to thank Janae for being such a wonderful community manager during her time here. It's been a little under a year, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yep. About a year.
And best of
Oh,
luck
round of
on your
applause!
new
Round of
experience.
applause from Wayne.
Thank
Round
you,
of
Gary.
applause.
That's very nice. I appreciate that. Love the community, love being part of it. So I'll still pop in every now and again and say hi.
We will have open hours on Thursday.
Right. I know where you are. So, awesome. Yeah. And absolutely everybody connect with me on LinkedIn. I would love to stay connected. So see where you all go. It's a lot of brilliant people here. So appreciate it, Gary.
Awful joke.
Yes, I'm really excited. I was going to say, so let's, it sounds like we don't have any major technical questions today. So let's wrap up open hour with Wayne's joke.
So there was this town out somewhere, and there were these brothers who lived in this town, and they had started out as, you know, fry cooks, right? They had this little restaurant, but they decided that they wanted to change and start growing flowers. You know, so they started this flower shop, and but they found this this type of seed that grew man-eating flowers. Well, they started growing these man-eating flowers, and of course the townspeople were extremely concerned and tried to run them off, but they always stayed put. And even some kids in the town disappeared. Well, finally one day this guy named Hugh comes into town, and you know, he's just big and burly and, you know, just this real tough character. Well, the townspeople ask him to take care of their problem, and so he actually ends out running these guys out of town. And somebody says, well, why was it that he could take care of them but nobody else could? And somebody turns and says, Hugh, and only Hugh, can prevent unsafe florist fryers.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. It's pretty good. You know, my husband does military intelligence, and he had to give a briefing on understanding the breadth of thought for a course he was in. And he begins going, okay, my goals of this presentation are to make sure everyone understands, breadth of thought and that it's succinct and effective. Also, I'd like to insert as many bread jokes as possible, bread puns as possible. And they were like, what? And he did. Every single slide, he had a bread pun. I was like, oh, it was special. So anyway, I was like, man, you would fit right in at open hour with all your jokes.
Sounds like you got a rise out of somebody.
Wow. I will have to tell him that one. Well done, Wayne. That was fantastic.
You could have yeast warned me about that.
Oh man. I like that Mark said it's not a salt joke if no one groans.
We got too many dads in this room.
Lots of dad jokes to be had for sure. Awesome. Okay, well, we'll give everyone some time back in their day. Thank you all. It has been a ride. I've really appreciated being connected with all of you, and see you around. So thanks everyone. Have a great rest of your day.